Alright, boys and girls, let's do some chess. I've got a 10-minute, is it? Yeah, unrated game against a player rated 1347, and we have the Pirc Defence on the board, so I've been offered the full centre. I'm going to grab the full centre. Alright, and now this. So what's the point of that move? I mean, it would be too slow doing a kind of delayed Caro-Kann, so he might be wanting to get his queen out at some point. That doesn't really bother me. I can block with my knight, can block with my bishop. Let's just develop the king's knight. There's no increment on this, so I've got to move relatively quickly. Let's bring the bishop out to defend the pawn and also prepare to castle. So I've started with white. I've got a one move kind of lead. And now I can castle. So I'm not worried about the pin. Queen can recapture. And at some point I might move my knight to here, pairing up the knights and freeing up the queen. The queen could come to this square and also defend the knight, but that square is currently occupied by the bishop, who's busy defending this pawn. So this pawn is pinned, note. There could be an argument for c4 even now. c4, c5, attack the pinned piece, eh? It's aggressive. Let's do it. Ooh. Hey. Okay, well I think swapping off some stuff in the centre seems sensible. Okay, now I have to retreat my bishop. I think here, and so I've got, what, 2 attackers on this, right? And it's defended twice. But defending the bishop, sorry, retreating the bishop means that I've still got 2 attackers on there. And now it means that both of these pieces are still tied to the defense of that e5 pawn. I'm thinking knight here looks logical and natural. Does he want my bishop? Is he coming after my bishop? Maybe he is. If he does, I'll recapture with F and open up a line for my rook. Big issue right now for black is he's not castled yet. 2 attackers on there. Can I add another attacker? Let's bring the knight here, and then my queen might have options there. Okay, that's fine. Now my queen needs to move. Remember, this knight is still pinned, can't move. I have a light squared bishop, which is slightly hampered right now. My opponent has a dark squared bishop, whereas I have 2 knights. So I've got a surplus of knights. What I want to do is get my knights up the board. Alright, we're in the middle game now. Well, I am. Black here hasn't castled yet. Only 1 attacker on there now because he's eliminated my bishop. But we have maybe ideas here now. This f7 pawn is a light squared pawn. Okay. I just want to move my queen. Something like this. This pawn's defended twice. This pawn's defended effectively 3 times. My knight can now move, should it wish. And I think I just want to push up pawns, create space. But really, my biggest issue right now is this guy, who's really in my way. So maybe could I come here? Come out swapping him off. Here, rook a to e1. Let's play rook a to e1 first. He actually has this idea, but no, he doesn't. I could have this. Knight here, maybe. So what I want to do is I want to resolve this little mini deadlock, gridlock in the middle of the board, which is really hampering my remaining bishop. We've both used about a quarter of our time, so there's no time issues. I could do pushy push. Still 2 defenders there. Defended, 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 defended. That's defended twice. That bishop's actually undefended. So, you know, with having 3 pawns around my king now, I could start to just push up the board a little bit. Okay, attacked, it's defended twice. Let's kick the bishop. If it goes here, I can push again. And this pawn is now only defended once since he's moved his knight. Okay, so I've got my queen here. Rook's attacking this. Bishop's defended only by the queen at this time. So maybe it's time to harass the other bishop now. It's probably going to drop back to here, but we'll see. This is an issue. He's occupied the open file, so maybe I need to play my rook back to d1. Ah, now he's pushing up. Don't see why. Really don't see why. I don't get that move. Here. If takes, then he's got queen takes knight, and if my queen recaptures, he gets the bishop, you see, so I think I need to do something with these. Maybe put my rooks here and here, then bring my knight around. Okay, the bishop's run away, that way. Okay, I'm going to do this. 1, 2, knight to here, queen up, attacking the pawn. It's always good to have a plan. That's defended twice. That's actually undefended, but king h2 is a possibility. Now he's moved his knight again. Okay, he's attacking the undefended pawn, get it. This pawn is preventing the knight from coming in there, so, you know, one of these things, a beginner might say, oh, let's kick the knight, but if you kick the knight, you undefend this square. Got loads of pawns on light, all my pawns on light squares then, on the king side of the board, and the knight can come in here, beautiful outpost, and then he's got an overwhelm on this bishop too. So that would be one of those moves where for half a move it makes sense, but if you look any further than that, it's like, no, that's a stupid move, you know? Still eyeing up this pawn. So maybe... Oh, well, look, if you want to take that pawn, be my bloody guest. Please. Go right ahead, my son, knock yourself out. That pawn is my biggest problem right now. Go on, I dare you, I double dare you. F takes e4. Come on. You know you want to. Pawn pushes, you have to remember, are quite committal moves. There's a nice hole here, look, for a knight. Oh, right, we have a lock up. Okay, now. Okay, I almost just did that instinctively, but then knight on here, and I'm not happy bunny. So how about g4? Pushing the knight back, because now the knight can't go there. Could go here, which would be weird. Then I'll just try and swap it off with knight f1, I think. I'm playing a lot quicker than my opponent now. Right, so I've got 627, he's on 415. Hopefully, okay, he can't take there, it's defended twice. I'm happy that I've now got a rook on the open file as well. Makes a big difference. This light squared bishop is quite awkward now. Mine is still hugely problematic. It'd be interesting to go back over the game and see why and when that bishop became so stuck. But first of all, let's try and win the game. I'm not convinced by all these pawns. Look, how far he's pushed his pawns up on the king side. That, I think, simply drops a pawn. Takes, takes, king takes. My king's then defending the knight, but the bishop's in the way of the rook. Okay. Now I'm still quite a fan of this, and then knight can come to here, or even to here. And maybe knight here. Okay, so he's trying to, he wants to line up a barrage, like bishop here, force my king to take, but then queen takes knight, knight's defended. I don't understand. Play rook here just in case. 3 minutes 10, he's starting to lash out a little bit, I think. I have knight takes here. The only defender is the bishop, but the bishop would then effectively be pinned because of the rook on the open file, yeah? So that pawn is actually effectively hanging. Plus, knight there attacks the queen. Okay, let's go for this. I'm not concerned about this pawn. Another weakening move. And he can't take. Oh, unless he can with check. Oh dear. That was terrible. I can't move there. I can move here. But if I go here, is that mate? Oh, then I get a pawn. The only other option is there. Then queen takes and... Oh, I didn't think that one through, did I? Oh man. Just had to look one level deeper. Okay, that's a check, that's fine. Let's grab this pawn. He says it's fine. Probably a good idea to trade off some stuff and try and minimize the danger at this point. Okay, my opponent's now down on pawns, but he's up a piece. He's taken my... He's got an extra minor piece. 2 minutes 15 now. This is really, really hairy. Okay, I'm in check. I think that's forced. Queen here, I come here. Rook here doesn't work, pawn takes. If I get the chance, I'm going to... Ooh! What have I got? How come that's... Oh, I've got king takes queen. Blunderama. Blunderama, guys. Let's grab the pawn off. He's got this. I mean, I'm still not out of the woods, but I'm going to use my... Yeah, I'm going to just remove... Get rid of the bishop pair. Rook's the only piece that can take now. Oh. Alright. Okay. Okay, now I've got to push this and try and release the bishop, finally. Don't think he's got a checkmate here. Rook can't go here or here or here. So he doesn't have a good check. He can't go there because pawn takes. Can't go there because king takes. That's fine. What a blunder to lose his queen, eh? But that's chess, you know, when you play in slow time controls, when you do not have... He's got bishop takes, but then I've got this, and that actually wins a rook. Okay, so he's in check, and the rook is now, hanging. He's got rook takes bishop there. That actually wins the bishop, but when there's a queen still on the board, okay, take, bishop takes, queen here, check, but then he blocks with a rook and my queen is pinned, so let's just use the king now. He's down to a minute. King can't move away from the defense of the rook because the queen's attacking the rook. I'd like to play this, and now rook can't block because queen takes and it's mate. Okay, keep on the light squares. This now rook can block, but then I've got this winning the bishop. My bishop blocks there. I don't think I'm in any real danger now. Simply because we've removed the pair of rooks, we've removed the pair of bishops. And without the queen, it's not easy at all to deliver mate with a single rook, you know, or a single bishop. So I was very happy to make those detrimental material trades, because I've still got a +4 material advantage. But more than that, okay, let's check here. He's got this, then I've got that, and now bishop can't block. Okay, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. There's no win here for black. Okay, and he's given up. Okay. Wow. Interesting one. But yeah, good game, good game. So let's just go back to the beginning and look at that issue that I had with my bishop. So Pirc, it does seem a bit slow, this opening, but okay, so now the knight's come out. This is often an issue when you grab the full centre. Knight comes out, the king's pawn is undefended, so we have to defend, and I do it with this bishop d3. Let's have a look at the game review, because I bet you it's going to say bringing the knight out was preferable, or even e5 is playable. So look at the game review and see what the machine says for future reference and the general edification of all. All right. Look at that. He had mate in 3 and he blundered his queen. Oh, but that's stang. Okay. Book, 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 book. By the way, I think, just let me know in the comments, but I think everyone gets game review now. I think it's come out of beta. Okay, knight here. And I do this, which it says is excellent, but there was a better move. Okay, yeah, knight c3. So you see this issue I had with bringing my bishop out. My bishop ended up stuck behind that pawn for practically the entire game. Okay, so anyway, bishop comes out. He comes out with a pin. Not bad. Not bad. Better move was kick. Oh, I guess because bishop can't retreat there, because then we've got pawn here. I know. No, there wasn't a trap. I couldn't have trapped the bishop. Okay, but anyway, I play castles. He plays queen out. I do this. Oh, he didn't like that one. Why didn't you like that one? Still wanted me to kick the bishop away. Well, I wasn't too worried about that bishop. I played that, he plays this. And that's a mistake. So it just wanted me to play bishop g3, right? Oh, bishop e3. Can you let him take and take back, maybe? Yeah. I didn't like that, and now it says black is winning. But poor moves. Okay, that's good. You're saying h takes better? Yeah, I mean, it's my natural instinct to open up the line for the rook, you know? But hey, hey. Anyway, interesting stuff. Hope you've picked up one or two things from that game, particularly if you're around the 1300 to 1400. Might be useful for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.